Up next on our list, we have VEA, which is the Vanguard FTSE Developed Markets ETF. And this ETF tracks the performance of the FTSE Developed All Cap ex-US Index. This index represents about 3,700 small to large sized companies across 24 developed global markets, excluding the United States. So this ETF would be for those who are looking to diversify a portion of their portfolio outside of the US equities market and keeping their money in developed nations. We're going to be looking at emerging market funds as well in a little bit, but this is going to be strictly those that are already developed, not necessarily ones that are growing and still becoming established. Keep in mind, however, the US stock market has generated the greatest returns over the long run, so you wouldn't want to put all of your money or the majority of your money into an international fund like this. Instead, this would more so be used as a garnish to a well-rounded investment portfolio. If we take a look here at the details, the expense ratio comes in at 0.06%, so it's slightly more than VTI and VOO, but it's still quite a bit less than you would pay on average for fund investments out there. And just to show you here how the returns are lower, year to date, for example, the performance of this fund has been 10.82%, whereas with VTI, which we just looked at, it was north of 20%. So you will, in most cases, see greater returns being generated from the US equities market. In terms of the portfolio composition, this has 3,985 underlying holdings and a total invested in the fund here of $204.3 billion. So this is a very popular ETF that Vanguard offers. Taking a look here at the overall exposure, this shows us what regions make up the largest portion. So in this case, 54% of your money is invested in Europe, 35.5% is invested in the Pacific region. The next largest category here is North America, most likely Canada being picked up there. And then you have the Middle East representing 0.6% and the other category probably representing a smidge but not a measurable amount. If we take a look here at the markets, we can see that the largest represented market here is Japan at 21.5%. Then we have the UK at 13.3%, followed by Canada at 9.8%. And then you have France, Switzerland, Germany, etc., etc. So these are the individual developed markets that are included in the fund and where your money is spread out across. And once again, this is going to be a market value weighted index. So the larger a market is here in this case, the more weight it's going to carry in the overall portfolio. If we take a look here at the top holdings, we can see what companies are represented. A lot of these are names that we aren't familiar with, but some of them are ones that you've definitely heard of. For example, Nestle, Samsung Electronics, AstraZeneca, SAP, Toyota Motor Corp, for example. These are going to be making up a large portion of the portfolio, but notice here how this is not nearly as top heavy as VOO or VTI, for example, as the largest holding here is only representing 1.74% of the entire portfolio. So you're going to be more diversified across all of these different stocks because these particular companies are not so much larger than the rest of the others.